Io credo che questo sia il grande secolo d'oro. Guardate, c'è una bella espressione di Voltaire quando dice: se tu del tuo tempo non accetti i cambiamenti, forse prenderai la parte peggiore. Allora, usiamo le tecnologie più innovative che il creato ci ha dato, però facciamone un uso garbato. Cerchiamo di muoverci come se fossimo degli artigiani umanisti del web, no? La prima parte della mia vita ho vissuto in campagna, facevamo i contadini, quindi c'era un grande rapporto con la terra, gli animali e il creato. Andavo a scuola, eravamo vestiti da campagnoli, ci umiliavano, ci offendevano. E gli occhi di mio babbo e quei suoi occhi lucidi sono stati la mia fonte di ispirazione per la vita. Sono sempre stato affascinato, sin da ragazzino, a questi grandi pionieri dell'umanità e in qualche maniera mi piaceva essere un piccolo pioniere dell'animo umano. Quando nella nostra impresa ci quotammo, si diceva che non avremmo potuto fare un'impresa che avesse fatto i giusti profitti, la giusta crescita e avesse in qualche maniera creduto in una sorta di umana dignità e in una sorta di capitalismo umanistico. Come? Che le persone lavorassero in un luogo leggermente migliore, dove gli esseri umani lavorando e alzando gli occhi al cielo avessero la possibilità di migliorare la propria condizione umana, dove tutti gli esseri umani che collaborano in questa impresa devono avere la giusta remunerazione. Genio viene estratto unicamente se ti do dignità, rispetto, umanità. Come dice Marco Aurelio, asseconda l'umanità, datti pace. Questo è l'obiettivo di vita. Quindi da una parte il lavoro, da una parte la cura della mente, da una parte l'anima. Perché abbiamo bisogno insieme di ritrovarci. Guardate, amici miei, io credo che stiamo vivendo un momento affascinante per l'umanità. Internet credo che sia un dono che il creato ci ha fatto, ma penso anche che noi dobbiamo in qualche maniera governare questa tecnologia perché non ci rubi l'anima che il creato ci ha donato. E questo secondo me siamo riusciti a farlo nel grande rapporto che si è creato fra Cucinelli e Salesforce. E di questa impresa molto garbata e di cui ci potevamo fieramente fidarci. Da lì ho capito che potevamo avere come impresa gli stessi ideali, lo stesso fine, lavorare per la dignità umana, perché abbiamo bisogno di tornare ad avere rispetto per gli esseri umani, rispetto per la sua intimità, per la sua natura, per la sua cultura, perché la tecnologia ha cambiato qualcosa, ma non il sentimento umano. Di mettere il cliente al centro di tutto, ma in realtà noi vorremmo mettere la sua anima, che questa è la cosa più importante della vita, curare l'animo umano. Tornare ad avere rispetto, dignità, stima, garbo, che sono i grandi concetti dell'essere umano, no?
Such a beautiful film, really a beautiful film. And to bring this Trailblazer story to life, please join me in welcoming our SVP of Product Management, Patrick Stokes.
All right. Thank you, New York. Welcome to a windowless room in a building made entirely out of windows on the West Side Highway in New York in December. the last place we want to be, but here we are. This is the best place I want to be right now because this is my favorite event of the year. I actually live right here in New York, so I don't have to travel for this event, which is great. I live just a few miles up the West Side Highway in Westchester County, where I raise my 2 kids and live with my wife. But I grew up exit 98, Jersey Shore. We got any Jersey people here? A lot of Jersey people. How about Connecticut? There's got to be a good amount of Connecticut here, too. Awesome. All right, now, speaking of New Jersey, this is going to be the best transition you've ever heard. You ready? Speaking of New Jersey, let's talk about fashion. So, we saw that amazing video from Brunello Cucinelli, and I'm excited to be here today to tell you the story about how they're using the customer success platform. Now, Brunello, much like Salesforce, when he started his company, he started with a set of core values. Now, in the case of Brunello, those values were dignity and respect. In the case of Salesforce, we saw from Stephanie, right? Trust, customer success, innovation, and equality. And it's with those core values that Brunello grew his company from one of the most amazing fashion houses out of Italy, creating really, really beautiful garments, to having over 200 retail locations, including 2 right here in Manhattan. But there's something else interesting about Brunello. He knew something. He knew something really, really early on when he started his company, something that I don't think a lot of us knew a few years ago. See, Brunello knew that more and more customers think that the entire experience that they have with the brand, all of the touch points and interactions that they have with the brand put together, are every bit as important, perhaps more important than the actual product itself. Brunello knew that right from the beginning. And he knew that he needed a platform, a product, a solution to help him create the type of customer experience that he wanted. And so Brunello chose the Salesforce Customer Success Platform. Now, the Customer Success Platform is what brands just like Brunello and many of you in this room are using to bring all of your touch points together. Service, commerce, sales, marketing, bringing all of those experiences together into one cohesive customer experience. But just having these applications, it's actually not enough. You can't just have them in a vacuum. Just saying, oh, I own all of these applications, it's not quite enough. You see, you need them to be tailored specifically to your business. You need to spend that time. You need them to be integrated together. And maybe most important, you need them to be smart. You need them to be intelligent and to work together. Now, how do we do that? Well, Brunello did it by creating the Brunello Cucinelli 360. And the Brunello Cucinelli 360 is the Salesforce Customer Success Platform tailored specifically to Brunello's business. It's where he creates an amazing white glove customer service experience, which we're going to show you in a minute, powered by the Service Cloud. It's where he creates an incredible e-commerce experience on BrunelloCucinelli.com. Now, I mentioned a second ago that we need these all to be integrated together. We don't want the kind of typical customer experience where you buy something and then you need to have a service experience and it's a completely disconnected experience. We want that all to flow together seamlessly. Now, how do we do that? Well, it turns out it's actually, to be frank, it's fairly challenging. It's a little bit more difficult than we'd like it to be to bring all of these together into a cohesive customer experience. And companies like Brunello have been challenging us to do more. And so that's why we're so excited to talk about how we're solving that. For the first time here in New York, we're so excited to launch Salesforce Customer 360. We have a hot air balloon. So Salesforce Customer 360, for the first time at Salesforce, is giving you, just like this indoor hot air balloon, a 360-degree view of your customer. We got Einstein up there. Now, if you'll bear with me for just 30 seconds, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and she doesn't believe that I'm doing a presentation with a hot air balloon. And where is it? I just need, where the hell did it go? Why can't I find the hot air balloon? Oh, because I'm in the wrong mode. There we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just needed that for a second. Just send that back to her. She only knows what I do when she sees me on YouTube. It's the only reason she knows what I do. I can't really explain it. OK, so what is Salesforce Customer 360? So as we said, for the first time, Customer 360 is giving you a single view of your customer on Salesforce. How do we do that? Well, there's kind of 3 key pillars that I want you to think about. First is connectivity. We need to be able to connect all of your Salesforce apps, your Service Cloud, your Commerce Cloud, Marketing, Sales. We need to be able to connect all of them into one centralized location that's configured in the way that your business works. And something that's really, really, really important to us is to enable admins to do that. We don't want people to have to write code. We want the admins, all the admins in this room, our MVPs, the people that are responsible for your customer experience, to be able to do that themselves. And so we've built a really amazing user interface specifically for our admins to bring all of that together. Secondly, we need to create a single Salesforce ID. This is perhaps the most critical part. We have an understanding of your customer in the Service Cloud, the Marketing Cloud, all of these different kind of individual records of your customer. We need to reconcile them all together, resolve them together into one Salesforce profile that can be used across the CRM. And then finally, speaking of using it across the CRM, we need to be able to light it up. Pre-built packages, we need to be able to turn it on. We need to be able to provide you with all of the lightning components and ability so that you can see that new Salesforce profile in your service experience, in your commerce experience, et cetera, et cetera. And that's exactly what we're doing with Salesforce Customer 360. So we want to show you what this looks like. We always have demos. We've got a few demos for you today. And speaking of demos, for the first time today, you're going to see them a few times. Please welcome our demo team over here in the North Pole, Chris and Joe. Welcome, guys. Thank you for helping me out. As we learned 15 seconds ago, I cannot use my phone and do a presentation at the same time, so we need their help for this next part. So let's go ahead and jump over to our demo. OK, so we're going to start with the consumer side. I want to show you what a typical consumer experience should look like for a Brunello customer. So I'm going to play the Brunello customer. My name is Allie Witherspoon, and it's the holiday season. I'm looking for a new outfit to take out to some of these holiday parties. I'm a big fan of Brunello, so I'm going to start on brunellocucinelli.com. And I'm going to scroll through here a little bit. What I'm looking for specifically is a new blouse. And so let's see if we can find one. There's one right there, a silk shirt. Let's go ahead and select that. I like white quite a bit, so let's go ahead and add this white silk blouse to our cart. We'll go ahead and click Add. And you can see how easy this experience is. It's all shaped specifically for mobile. We'll pick our shipping information. The only thing that's left to do is to pay. And we want this to be a really seamless experience, and so we don't have to pull out a credit card. We don't have to remember any numbers. We can just go ahead and pay right now with Apple Pay built right into our phone, so let's go ahead and do that. And so with just a few clicks, we've been able to very, very quickly and easily buy that silk shirt. But like a lot of people, this happens to me all the time, after I buy something, I kind of have instant regret. Sometimes financial, sometimes otherwise. In this case, it's because, well, white's a little bit boring. I kind of wish that I got, or Allie kind of wishes that she got a different color shirt, maybe something a little bit more festive. So we're going to click this Contact Customer Care button. Now, usually, my expectation is, hey, you know, I'm probably going to get a 1-800 number. I'm going to call. I'm going to have to repeat to them everything I just did, tell them what's going on, and maybe I'll get help. But not with the Customer Success Platform. With the Customer Success Platform, we're able to connect live chat directly to that commerce experience. So I immediately get a live chat with a customer care agent. I'm going to go ahead and ask if they can help me out with the color, maybe suggest the new color. And I'm immediately connected to a customer care agent who can help me out. OK, so I want to take a little pause here, and we're going to switch. We've shown you most of the consumer experience. I want to switch over and show you what it looks like for the service agent. If you've ever kind of wondered, what are the people that are on the phone and in those live chat, what are they looking at? What are the tools that they have to help me out? Well, this is it. This is the Salesforce Service Console. This is what it looks like when we're managing an active case. So we can see our customer up there, Allison Witherspoon. We know a little bit about Allison. She's actually been part of the Brunello styling program, and so we have a little bit of information about her. In the middle here, we can see our chat with our customer service agent, in this case, Lena. And we can, the service agent can immediately start interacting with Allison. Over on the top right, we can see Einstein making some recommendations and a knowledge base down on the bottom right. But there's one fairly obvious thing. Maybe you don't see it yet, but you'll see it in a second. That's missing. It's really obvious. Where's the order? Where's the blouse that she just bought? Why don't I have that context? Why doesn't this service agent have that? This is a pretty typical experience. So what do we do? The service agent says, hey, give me your order number. They've got to go back through their email, find the order number, open up a new tab, go to a new piece of software, type in, blah, 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 blah. It's awful. It's bad for Allison. But let's not forget, it's also really bad for the service agent. That service agent is not going to have a fun time doing that 10,000 times a day. They're going to hate their job. So how can we solve that? Well, we mentioned that Customer 360 is the thing that brings all of this together, that creates this connectivity between our clouds. So let's use Customer 360 to do that. Now, I mentioned that we want to enable admins to do this. Can you raise your hand if you are a Salesforce admin in the room? Awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the ones that are responsible for creating these experiences. We really appreciate everything that you're doing. I think I saw some hands over there. That's super convenient because they're already in the demo booth. We're just going to use those admins over there. And Chris, I think you just got Ranger status. Is that right?
That's right, Patrick. Proud to say I'm a Trailhead Ranger.
Nice. We give them the hats. It's a really serious thing at Salesforce. It's weird. I have one. I didn't wear it today. Awesome. So can you help us out? Can you show us how Customer 360 can connect these experiences for us?
Absolutely. So what we're looking at here is the Brunello Customer 360 page. And in the center, you can see I've already added data sources from Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, and Marketing Cloud.
Cool. And up in the top right, I see some numbers up there. So 194,000 input customer records, 64,000 Customer 360 IDs. So I think that is the total number of customers I have across those data sources and then reconciled down to my unique Salesforce IDs. Is that right?
That's correct.
Cool. Now, the one thing I noticed I don't have, we just talked about my order data. I don't have a Commerce Cloud connected here. Can you connect one up for me?
Let's do it. So let's click on Salesforce Data, click on Commerce Cloud. I've already pre-authenticated the Commerce Cloud, so I could just click on Allow. And there you go.
Awesome. That was really cool. So now I've got more input customer records. I think it's taking the customers out of Commerce Cloud, bringing them into Customer 360, reconciling them down. I know I definitely don't have 367,000 customers, but I do have about 100,000. So that's pretty good. So it's found all of my customers across all of my Salesforce properties and given me about 100,000 unique Salesforce IDs. That's really powerful. But I kind of like to prove it, actually. This is kind of a macro view, 100,000 customers. Can we look up Allie? Like, can we actually see Allison's record right here in Customer 360?
Sure. Let's do a search for her.
OK.
I'll type in Allie, hit search. There she is.
Awesome. Wow. OK. This really illustrates the problem pretty well. We have 6 different totally independent records for Allison. We've got a few from Service Cloud, a few from Marketing Cloud, a few from Commerce Cloud. No wonder it's so difficult for customers to have that cohesive, known experience that they want. We've got all of these different representations of Allie. But most importantly, I can see up top, I've taken all of those, and I've resolved that down to a single Salesforce ID for Allison. That's really, really powerful. So can we jump back over to the Service Cloud and maybe give it a refresh? Let's see if we have improved things at all. Awesome. So maybe subtle, but pretty awesome. We know a little bit more about Allison right now, but most importantly, right there in the bottom left, we now have her order data. It's right there in context. So that service experience, hey, can you help me out with a silk blouse? Now we know exactly what Allison is talking about. No problem. Of course I can help you. Piece of cake. It's all right there in context. So let's go ahead and suggest a new color, peacock. Peacock is what we came up with for this demo. There we go. OK, and Allison says, yeah, that's great. Let's go ahead and change my order. Can we do that here? Of course we can. We now have this order data. We don't have to go out to another system to do it. We can change it for her right here as a service rep. Go ahead and change the color. And I think the only thing that will be left is to let Allison know that we're all done. Awesome. So Allison, she's happy. She had a really great experience. She was able to buy something. She was able to change her order in just a few minutes. The service rep knew exactly who she was. Customer 360 brought all of that together. It brought all of that data together. It gave the service agent exactly the type of tools that they need to make Allison happy. Incredibly, incredibly powerful, and we're super excited to bring it to you next year. OK. Now, to wrap up, for me, we mentioned that it's important to have all of these things integrated, which you've just seen. But perhaps more important is for everything to be smart and to be intelligent. And so here, to help us understand how Einstein is making the customer success platform smarter than ever, please welcome my friend, an amazing woman, Director of Data Science and PhD, Sarah Erny. Sarah, welcome.
Thanks, Patrick. As a data scientist and a member of the Einstein platform team, what's most compelling to me about working at Salesforce is having the opportunity to work alongside developers to bring artificial intelligence and machine learning into the hands of our customers. And like Stephanie said, we're in the fourth industrial revolution, and the technologies are advancing at a rapid pace, and none more so than AI. With all of these customer touch points, it is so critical that we leverage all of that data in order to deliver a better experience to our customers. And this is what the Einstein team is squarely focused on, in adding intelligence to the customer success platform. And how have we done that? Well, we have AI-driven analytics, we have predictive CRM, and we have those custom AI apps. But at Salesforce, we always want to be doing more. We know that your teams are asking to work faster, to work smarter. We know that your customers want to speak directly to you. And because of this, we have gone out of this world to bring you Einstein Voice. So with Einstein Voice, you can now speak directly to Salesforce. What does this mean? Well, as a Salesforce user, this means that you can conversationally update Salesforce. You're able to get your Salesforce daily briefing, and you're also able to browse those analytics dashboards. For your customers, this means that you're able to create Einstein Voice bots. These are your branded chatbots that use your data in Salesforce and can be surfaced through that new channel, the Smart Speaker. How great is that? But I want to go a little bit deeper and talk about how it is that we got here. So our mobile developers at Salesforce spend time on ride-alongs with our customers, or with our sales reps. And what they saw was the number of windows and taps and the amount of time that it took them to interact with Salesforce. And they realized, hey, AI could make this much easier. And so now, with Einstein Voice, that entire experience is much simpler, much more intuitive. Should we do a demo? Awesome. So for the purposes of this demo, let's imagine that I'm a sales rep with Brunello Cucinelli. And so, like most sales reps, I'm told, I get my day started with some coffee. And of course, I also want my daily briefing. So my Salesforce daily briefing tells me how I'm doing this quarter, whether or not I'll make my goals, and insights about those accounts that I'll be meeting with today. And so now, while I'm busy with that coffee, all I have to do is go, my Salesforce daily briefing.
Good morning, Sarah. Welcome to your daily briefing. You have 5 meetings today that add up to $1.3 million in pipeline. Your first meeting is with Rebecca Copeland, the purchasing manager at Neiman Marcus, in 1 hour. Einstein Insights has discovered that Rebecca is interested in doubling last year's inventory of the winter clothing line. Good luck, Sarah.
How great was that? So now, fully caffeinated and fully prepared, so I can head out to that meeting with Rebecca. And we have a great meeting. So I'm really excited to update my account team to let them know everything that Rebecca and I talked about and any follow-on action items. So I'm busy navigating those New York streets. All I have to do is fire up my app. Now here we're looking at that new Lightning UI for mobile. And front and center, Einstein Voice Assistant. That mic lets me know that I can talk directly to Salesforce. Let's give it a try. Meeting note. Had a great meeting with Rebecca, comma. She's the purchasing manager at Neiman Marcus, period. We talked about their plans to carry the Brunello winter clothing line in the store. Schedule a follow-up meeting by Wednesday with the purchasing team. Change the amount to $500,000. Change the close date to December 31st. Fantastic. I was able to capture that meeting note using just my voice. Could continue running around the streets of New York, no problem. But that's great. It's voice recognition. But this is not a demo about voice recognition. This is a demo about artificial intelligence powered by Einstein. That's what I told you I was so excited about. So why don't we go ahead and see what Einstein can do with this and hit Analyze. Send that note on over. Great. On this first screen, what we're seeing is that Einstein's natural language processing has made it possible to pick out those right records. So for starters, we've got that account, Neiman Marcus, and it got the right opportunity for me, that winter clothing line. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Select, and let's see where Einstein takes us next. Great. So it picked out a contact for me, Rebecca Copland. Remember, I only used her first name, but Einstein understands in the context exactly what I meant. All right, there's still more. Remember those action items that I dictated. Why don't we see what Einstein can do with that? All right, this is really my favorite screen. So what we have is that Einstein took my action items and completely understood my intent. So for starters, it has taken those updates for the amount and made it $500,000 and changed that close date to December 31st. It also understood that I wanted to create a task with a due date, and because I said Wednesday, it understood that I meant December 19th. It's fantastic, incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Save to Salesforce. And with that sound, I know I'm done. It's been updated for me and my entire account team. And so I'm actually able to just go along with my day, knowing confidently that they'll schedule that follow-on meeting. Come on, guys, it's awesome. So we started off showing you what's possible with voice recognition, which was great. But then we went further and showed you the intelligence that Einstein adds to take those actions on my behalf. And what's more, the more you give data to Einstein, the smarter it will get. It will only continue learning as the AI grows. So we started off talking about all this innovation, and companies like Brunello Cucinelli and their team of Trailblazers are doing an incredible job leveraging this innovation to better serve their customers. And of course, we talked about commerce, we talked about service, Customer 360, and Einstein Voice. So for all of you, I encourage you to go to Trailhead and check out that trail mix that we've created for you so you can continue this learning journey and actually bring this innovation to your own companies. Thank you so much for your time. And Stephanie, back to you.
Awesome job, Sarah. Thank you very much. So we are thinking about growing fast is the business, and lots of customers around the world. But when Salesforce got started 19 years ago, it was all about that small and medium business. And we don't want to lose sight of that. We have not lost line of sight. And that's why I'm really excited to share with you all Salesforce Essentials. For all of our small businesses out there, Salesforce Essentials takes the best of the #1 CRM and packages it up in an easy way with a simple setup for every small business out there. Those people who don't have an IT team, who don't have admins, this is the way to go. You're going to get all that best-in-class capability in the #1 CRM, and you're going to have an easy way to get started. So I encourage all our small businesses, even when Brunello started as a small business, to start with Essentials.